Princess Isabella of Denmark is about to take one of the biggest steps of her young life, and one surprising decision is already capturing attention long before her military training officially begins. As the 19-year-old royal prepares to report for duty, she will not only follow in the footsteps of her older brother, Crown Prince Christian, but she will also make the same personal choice that has sparked widespread discussion across Denmark. Despite being entitled to financial benefits available to military recruits, Isabella has chosen to turn them down, raising questions about duty, responsibility, and what it means to serve as a future member of the Danish royal family. For many young Danes, beginning military service represents an important milestone. It is a period of discipline, teamwork, and personal growth. For Princess Isabella, however, the experience carries an additional layer of public attention. Every decision she makes is likely to be examined, compared, and debated, particularly because she is one of the most recognizable members of Denmark's royal family. Starting Monday, Isabella will begin her military training with the Guard Hussar Regiment, the same regiment where Crown Prince Christian launched his own military journey. The decision reflects a growing pattern within the Danish monarchy, where younger royals are increasingly expected to gain real-life experience and demonstrate commitment to public service rather than relying solely on ceremonial appearances. Yet the story extends beyond military uniforms and training exercises. One of the most talked about aspects of Isabella's service is her decision to decline the salary and monthly allowances normally provided to recruits. According to confirmation from the Danish royal household, Isabella voluntarily chose not to receive the financial compensation that would ordinarily accompany military service. Instead, like her brother Christian, she will continue living on the allowance provided through the royal family. The financial aspect has attracted attention because military recruits in Denmark can receive a substantial amount during their service. With annual compensation reaching the equivalent of around £22,000, along with additional tax-free allowances, many young recruits depend on this income while completing their training. Isabella, however, will leave that money untouched. Importantly, this was not presented as a palace directive. Reports indicate that both Princess Isabella and Crown Prince Christian made the decision themselves. That distinction matters because it suggests a personal choice rather than a public relations strategy imposed by royal advisors. Whether viewed as symbolic or practical, the decision sends a message about how the younger generation of Danish royals wishes to approach public expectations. The comparison with Crown Prince Christian is impossible to ignore. Over recent months, the future king has steadily built a reputation for embracing military life seriously. Earlier this year, Christian reached another significant milestone after being appointed a second lieutenant following his training at the Guards barracks in Slagelse. His progress demonstrated that his military career is more than a ceremonial obligation. It represents an active commitment to leadership development before one day assuming the Danish throne. Christian's journey has already included one of the army's most demanding challenges, the traditional Rex Tour. This demanding 4-day exercise is specifically designed to test recruits physically and mentally. Divided into 2 intense 48-hour phases, the exercise first focuses on rapid deployment, contingency operations, and guarding duties before shifting toward problem solving under physically exhausting and stressful conditions. Completing such training is regarded as an important achievement within Denmark's armed forces and illustrates the level of preparation expected from future officers. Princess Isabella now begins her own chapter under similar circumstances. While no one expects her path to be identical to Christian's, serving in the same regiment naturally creates comparisons. Public curiosity will likely focus on how she adapts to military discipline, how she handles life away from traditional royal engagements, and whether she eventually pursues additional military leadership training. Another detail that caught observers' attention was Isabella's absence from Christian's recent military ceremony. While King Frederik, Queen Mary, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine attended to celebrate Christian's appointment as second lieutenant, Isabella was not present. There has been no indication of controversy surrounding her absence, and it may simply reflect scheduling or preparations for her own military responsibilities. Nevertheless, such moments inevitably attract public interest whenever members of Europe's royal families are involved. The timing of Isabella's military service is also significant for Denmark's modern monarchy. Since King Frederik ascended the throne, public attention has increasingly shifted toward the next generation of working royals. Christian and Isabella represent the future image of the royal family, and their willingness to undertake responsibilities traditionally expected of Danish citizens helps reinforce the monarchy's connection with society. Military service has long played an important role within many European royal families. Future monarchs often receive military education to develop leadership skills, understand national defense, and strengthen their relationship with the armed forces. By choosing to participate fully and even decline financial compensation, Christian and Isabella may be signaling that public service should come before personal financial benefit, especially for those already supported through the monarchy. Of course, public opinion is rarely unanimous. Some people view the decision to refuse military pay as a meaningful gesture demonstrating humility and responsibility. Others argue that because the royal family is publicly funded, declining military compensation changes little in practical terms. Regardless of where opinions fall, the discussion itself highlights how closely the Danish public follows the actions of its younger royals. For Princess Isabella personally, the months ahead are likely to be transformative. Military training demands resilience, discipline, cooperation, and perseverance regardless of one's background or title. Once the uniform is on, expectations remain high, and success depends on performance rather than royal status. That experience may ultimately shape Isabella's future role within Denmark's monarchy in ways that ceremonial events never could. As Denmark watches another young royal step into military life, the focus is no longer simply on tradition. It is about character, responsibility, and how a new generation intends to earn public confidence through action rather than symbolism alone. Princess Isabella's decision to follow her brother's example may become one of the defining early moments of her public life, and many will be watching closely to see how this new chapter unfolds. Do you believe Princess Isabella's decision to refuse military pay strengthens public confidence in Denmark's royal family, or do you think it is largely symbolic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this report, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so you never miss the latest updates on the world's royal families.